ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. A winner-take-all Game 3 in the BAISF Softball Championships on the senior girls side between the SOC Big Red Machine and the St. John's Green Giants. The game was close, but not for long, as SOC brought out their big bats to take home the 8-2 victory. Winning players Alexandria Roll and Atavia Fowler.
I feel as though we did the best that we could do, and indeed we did execute, and we came through with the win like I said we would.
We exceeded everyone's expectations of us. We came out hungry and humble, and we did what we had to do and came out victorious.
As for what they did as opposed to Game 2, which was much closer.
And we had much better control of pitches. We had much better control of the field in general. We had much better bats coming around. It was just a better game all around.
There was less errors. Everyone was doing what they were supposed to do, and we did it.
I'll ask for if they see a repeat in their future.
Yes, sir. I believe that if the team next year, which Davey will be the captain of, I believe that if they work hard and do what the coaches tell them to do and just execute exactly like we did this year, they'll come through with the win.
More than confident that we're going to win next year.
Now, it was not all smiles on the St. John's side, as the players were clearly emotional after the loss. Patricia Laurel rolled on what went wrong.
I feel as if we could have played way better tonight. I feel as if we could have way more bats and we could have beaten SOC tonight. We had heart, but our heart wasn't. We didn't have enough heart. The necessary plays that needed to be made was not made.
She does say the school's program has come a long way in a short time and will be back and better next year.
That speaks for St. John's going for many years to come. Softball has just started for St. John's. It isn't a one-year thing. This is going to be. We're going to come back here next year. And
officially being open today was the 2018 High School National Volleyball Championships, holding its opening ceremony at the Anatole Rogers Gymnasium. 10 schools are scheduled to participate this year. Our news team caught up with President of the Bahamas Volleyball Federation, Joseph Smith, who spoke about the talent coming out of the Family Islands.
Talent from the island of Abaco that I really didn't see last year. Grand Bahama, even the guys from Eleuthera. They are athletes. They may not be poised and well trained, but they can be trained. And what we are seeing here is the athleticism. We are seeing the height that we need, and we are seeing the tenacity from the athletes. So I see next year being a very positive year for the BVF, especially the under-19 boys and under-18 girls. I think we can compete at a high level. I've seen athletes who can do just that, and the sky is the limit.
And one of those Family Island schools is Agape Christian School that has seen its fair share of success. Head coach Stephen Johnson.
It's improved a lot. I've only been there 4 years, but since the 4 years, you can see the growth. Not even just to play the publicity. We have our own Facebook page. We stream games live. We really try to get the kids out there so people can see. We put in a lot of work. I'm not going to say it's easy because I coach every sport, basketball, volleyball, and track. So we put in a lot of work for volleyball. We practice whenever we can. I have a good group of talented kids. A lot already know the game. It's just basic stuff that we have to work on. But yeah, we do have a really good program, a lot of good kids. And I only have 2 seniors in grade 12 for girls. So yeah, my girls should be good next year as well, hopefully.
Founder and head coach of newly formed track club Redline Athletics, Tito Moss, on the ongoing process of building his new program.
It's a transition from being just an assistant coach to now being responsible for a club. It takes a lot of time, but it's rewarding. With the support of the parents, and it's been a challenge, but we are getting it done. The kids are a bundle of joy, and they keep me motivated. At the end of the day, after coming from work and then having to come out here, sometimes it's long, but knowing that what I'm doing and what we're working towards, it gives me a lot of energy and new life to continue to push on.
Now, his expectations for his athletes this season.
Well, we have a good mix. We have some young kids and we have some up and coming. We have some kids who are new to athletics, but we also have some very experienced kids. We have Megan Moss, who's been on the Carifta team for the past 4 years. We have Adrian Curry, who's ranked number 12 in the world under 18. Who's a part of the club, and he's been on the Carifta team for the past 4 years as well. We have Davon Johnson, who's also on the Carifta team, a part of the club. Jordan Thurston, who was on the Carifta team last year, is a part of the club. So we have good expectations to these kids to continue to succeed, and also we have some kids who are just coming up in the sport who we look to do some big things. So we have a good mix. We have some young kids, we have some experienced kids, and some kids who are just in athletics for the first time. So we're going to do well. We're going to surprise some people, but we're putting in the hard work.
Laszlo Borbley, head coach of the country's national water polo team, filling us in on what's on the agenda for 2019.
The South Florida International Water Polo Competition that we always go, which I love because anywhere between 54 and 57 American, Canadian, German, Hungarian club teams are coming to this competition. But as you feel it, this is February, and everybody knows by April we're going to Carifta. And by now I hope all Bahamas knows that last year in Jamaica we did a whitewash. We took all the gold medal that was possible to win. So we came home with 3 gold medals in the 14 years old, the 12, 16 years old, and the 19 years old category. And in 2019, we're going to Barbados, and we will gonna defend that 3 gold medals or 3 trophies.
Now, as for how he keeps his players motivated with their recent success.
Couple of strategies, right? One of them is that the tournaments, because almost every 2 months or 3 months we're going to a tournament. Basically, we constantly prepare ourselves for the next big competition. And because I'm selecting the players and always other players are going, and sometimes the same, there is always a preparation of physical and endurance training, and then a preparation of the technical and tactical trainings, and we always push it one level higher and one level higher. And then the other one is I'm very big fan of doing different training. Sometimes I'm not keeping the training. As you can see, my assistant coach is in the water right now, who is here for 5 years. But just a couple of days ago, Sekwa Miller came back from Salem University, and he will be here for 2 months. And now he's keeping trainings for the 60 years old, about the knowledge what he picked up in the university, the American University.
And family, friends, and notable persons in the local sporting arena filled the St. Agnes Anglican Church last night at a memorial held for local sports legend and baseball icon Frankie Cinderella Sweeting. Sweeting will forever be remembered in the local baseball community and in sports circles in general for his contributions to the sport of baseball. We caught up with friends of Sweetings in the persons of local sports legends Mario Ford and Peter Gilcud, who shared some fond memories of their friend.
He was a fun person, and he was a stern. He was a real father figure, because he would help you out with things, and whatever you needed to ask him, he would assist you with it. So that's one of the ways I knew him. I also had opportunities of hanging with them at the house with the kids, doing other stuff and all that, being at that young age and teaching at a young age. So every time you see him, man, he be in that taxi clean, and he right there talking. He always call me Garbs, But then later on, he started to call me Funk, because that's my nickname I got when I was in college. And he always called me Funk, so, and I got the nickname Garbs. He said I used to eat a lot when I was small, and he always called me and teased me about that. But, we just losing a lot of our local heroes in this country, and I just hope that one day we'll be able to accumulate some history before these people go and give them their respect in life while they're living. Because
he was the kind of person, quiet in his words and measured in his words, but big and the ball in his hand and speaking. He's a legend, and I believe not only going to Wichita representing the Bahamas, but in the 8 leagues that he would have played in locally, he would have set a yardstick that, to me, I'm being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. I'm sure there's room for Frankie Cinderella Sweeting to be there. He's earned that. His successes throughout all the different teams and young people that he's played with and against would justify that, but I'm hopeful that the Baseball Federation and our association will get together and correct that, time being of the essence.
And that's been a look at sports. A quick check on weather is up next.